The caste system was not hereditary. The caste system was not decided by the birth, but it was decided by the profession that one conducted. He is not a tree, he is a man. He is a human being, and human beings have started discriminating each other in the name of caste. Branch out means to start to do an activity that you have not done before. Bier means a frame on which the dead body is placed. So people are discriminated based on their food habits as well. The higher caste and the lower caste people. Hello students, I am Anil, lecturer, Department of English, Vidhyaashram Pre-University College, the Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. In this session, we are going to look at a poetry which has some social background, societal background. This poetry is If I Was a Tree, written by Moodnakud Chinnaswamy in Kannada language, and then it is translated to English. So let us look at the poetry, and before we get into the poetry, let us look at the poet. This is Moodnakud Chinnaswamy. Moodnakud Chinnaswamy is a well-known poet who hails from Moodnakud village in Chamarajanagar district of Karnataka. He has 2 postgraduate degrees, M.Com, M.A., Doctor of Literature in Social Sciences. He is director in Bangalore Metropolitan Transport Corporation by profession. Poetry is his passion, but has worked in other genres of literature as well, besides having a wide range of interests in culture, theatre and social work. He has brought out 24 books so far, which include 6 collections of poetry, 4 of essays, 3 plays and a collection of short stories. He is widely translated into many Indian languages apart from English, Spanish and Hebrew. So his poetry, his works have been translated into different languages around the world. Now the title of the poet. Now the title, If I Was a Tree. What is the importance of a tree? Why are trees important? Trees are important because they provide us oxygen, they provide us food, they provide us shade, they provide us fuel, they provide everything for us, even rain. So we inhale oxygen, we exhale carbon dioxide. They inhale carbon dioxide during daytime and exhale oxygen for us. So it's mutual. They give, we take, we give, they take. But it is because of the forest that we have life on earth. But here, the poet has taken only one tree. What is the significance of this tree? So far, we have discussed the science aspect of tree. Now here, there is some societal aspect for a tree where the poet uses this image of tree. Let us go through the poetry and understand. The poem starts like this. If I was a tree, the bird wouldn't ask me before it built its nets what caste I am. When sunlight embraced me, my shadow wouldn't feel defiled. My friendship with the cool breeze and the leaves would be sweet. Raindrops wouldn't turn back, taking me for a dog-eater. When I branch out further from my roots, Mother Earth wouldn't flee shouting for a bath. The sacred cow would scrape her body on my bar, scratching wherever it itched, and the 300,000 gods sheltering inside her would touch me. Who knows? At the end, hacked into pieces of dry wood, burning in the holy fire, I might be made pure, or becoming the buyer for a sinless body, be borne on the shoulders of 4 good men. Now let us go in detail. The main objective or the main thought behind this poetry is caste system in India. This caste system in India is quite unique to the Indian region. So here caste is decided by birth. But during pre-Vedic period, the caste system was not hereditary. The caste system was not decided by the birth, but it was decided by the profession that one conducted. But it became rigid as the time passed. And finally we come into this reality. The caste system is decided based on birth in India. So here the poet is talking about the caste system. This caste system, he says, if I was a tree, if I was a tree, the bird wouldn't ask me before it built its nest what caste I am. People discriminate in the name of caste. But a bird, if I was a tree, then bird would not be asking my caste. The caste was insignificant. When sunlight embraced me, my shadow wouldn't feel defiled. So when there is this partition based on caste, the higher caste and the lower caste. If the lower caste person touches a higher caste person, then there is some defilement. That is the notion the society has. So here the poet is strongly disagreeing and strongly protesting with this fact. He says, when sunlight embraced me, my shadow wouldn't feel defied. My friendship with the cool breeze and the leaves would be sweet. My friendship with the cool breeze and my leaves, my body, would be so sweet. Raindrops wouldn't turn back, taking me for a dog eater. So people are discriminated based on their food habits as well, the higher caste and the lower caste people. So here he says, those raindrops, they would not turn back, they would fall on the tree if I was a tree, taking me for a dog eater. When I branch out further from my roots, Mother Earth wouldn't flee, shouting for a bath. If a lower caste person touches a higher caste person, they thought they would be defiled, they go take a bath. But Mother Earth would not have done such discrimination if he was a tree. The sacred cow would scrape her body on my bark, scratching wherever it itched, and the 300,000 gods sheltering inside her would touch me. If I was a tree, the cow would touch me, and there are 300,000 gods in the cow, and those many gods would touch me without talking about my caste. The poet is protesting against this caste system, and he says, if I was a tree, all these things would happen. But what is the fact? He is not a tree, he is a man. He is a human being, and human beings have started discriminating each other in the name of caste. And therefore he is protesting that idea. Who knows, at the end, hacked into pieces of dry wood. Even when I died as a tree, that dry wood at the end hacked into pieces of dry wood, burning in the holy fire, I might be made pure. If I was used in the holy fire, then I would be made pure again. Or becoming the buyer for a sinless body. I would be the buyer, the setup where they keep the dead body. And that be borne on the shoulders of 4 good men. With all these things, I would have been a good tree, and nobody would talk about my caste, nobody would ask about my caste, and nobody would feel defiled, and nobody would go away from me. But since I am a human being, I had to go through all these discriminations. So in this small poetry, with a strong influence, with a strong determination and protest against caste system, Mudnakudu Chinswami writes this: if I was a tree, things would have been completely different. Since I am a human being, things are like this. The second part, he does not talk about it, but he indirectly talks about it. But he highlights the issue that he is talking about, that is caste system, the discrimination based on the caste system. Is caste system good or bad? It's up to you to decide. Since we are human beings, we should appreciate the good in everybody and we should criticize the bad in everybody. With this poetry, you will understand the intensity of the discrimination is very harsh. Now there are some words in the poetry. Defile means to make something or someone no longer pure. Branch out means to start to do an activity that you have not done before. Buyer means a frame on which the dead body is placed. So these are some of the words in the poetry. So with this, Mudnakudu Chinswami, he strongly talks about the social issue, caste system, its negative effects. But if he was a tree, then his situation would have been completely different. Nobody would ask about its caste. Everybody would touch the wood and no bird would ask its caste. The sunlight would not mind touching it. The cool breeze will have a good friendship with it. Even if the tree grew, branched out large, Mother Earth would not scream. If he was a tree, then he would have been touched by cow, which has 300,000 gods in it. And one fine day, when the tree died, its dry wood would be used for a holy fire or to be the buyer for a sinless body, which would be born on 4 good men. With this, the poet talks about the social issue, social evil, we can say, the caste system. We shall meet in the next class. Thank you.